Welcome back to our channel, Silver Narratives. Many people believe that intelligence is something a person is born with. They think that some people are naturally smart while others are not. However, this idea is not completely true. Being smart is not only about having a high IQ score. It is not about speaking very fast or using difficult and impressive words. True smartness means thinking clearly and calmly. It means making wise decisions, learning from experiences, and understanding life in a deeper way. No one is born fully smart. A person becomes smart by building good habits, practicing discipline, and staying aware of their surroundings. Smart people are not simply lucky, they train themselves. They read regularly, observe carefully, think before they speak, and learn from their mistakes. In this video, we will explore simple but powerful ways to become smarter every day. Remember, becoming smart is not about showing others how intelligent you are. It is about growing and improving from the inside. Let us begin. Lesson 1 is about training your brain daily. If you truly want to become smarter, you must treat your brain like a muscle. Just as your body needs regular exercise to stay strong, your brain also needs mental exercise to stay active and sharp. If you stop exercising your body, it becomes weak. In the same way, if you stop challenging your brain, your thinking becomes slow and lazy. Intelligence is not magic, it is the result of consistent mental training. Many people say they want to be smarter, but they do not give their brain the right kind of input. They spend hours scrolling on social media, watching random videos, and consuming information without thinking about it. This habit does not increase intelligence, it only creates distraction. If you want a sharp and focused mind, you must give your brain quality information. One of the best ways to train your brain is through reading. Reading is a powerful mental exercise. When you read, you improve your vocabulary, imagination, and understanding. You are introduced to new ideas and different perspectives. Even reading for just 15 to 20 minutes every day can slowly change the way you think. Choose books that teach valuable lessons, such as self-improvement, biographies, psychology, history, or science. Smart people read not because they have extra time, but because they understand the importance of knowledge. Another effective way to strengthen your brain is by learning something new. This could be a new language, a new skill, or a new subject. When you learn new things, your brain creates new connections. These connections help you think faster and more creatively. If you repeat the same routine every day without learning anything new, your thinking can become limited. Challenge your brain regularly. Solve puzzles, play logic games, practice mental math, and most importantly, ask questions. Curiosity is a key sign of intelligence. Smart people often ask why. Why does this happen? Why do people behave in certain ways? Why does a system work like this? Asking questions helps you understand things more deeply. It is also important to think deeply about the information you receive. Do not simply accept everything you hear or read. Analyze it, compare it with other ideas, and reflect on it. Reflection makes your understanding stronger. At the same time, try to reduce useless information. Too much noise and random content can confuse your brain. When you constantly consume unimportant material, your thoughts become scattered and unfocused. Limit unnecessary content and focus on meaningful knowledge. Quality input leads to quality thinking. In addition, take care of your physical health because it directly affects your mental strength. Proper sleep improves memory, concentration, and overall brain performance. Without enough rest, even intelligent people can make poor decisions. Eating balanced meals, drinking enough water, and exercising regularly also support brain health. Smartness is not only about knowledge, it is about clarity. Clarity comes from focus, and focus comes from discipline. Discipline, practiced daily, slowly builds intelligence over time. Always remember that you do not become smart in one day. You become smarter through small improvements every day. Train your brain, feed it with knowledge, challenge it, and protect it. A sharp mind has the power to change your life. Lesson 2 is about improving your thinking skills. If you truly want to become smarter, you must improve the way you think. Smart people are not just full of information, they use information wisely. They think clearly, calmly, and carefully. They pause before they speak. They analyze before they decide. Many people react quickly without thinking. They speak without understanding the full situation and make decisions without careful analysis. However, intelligent people take time to observe, understand, and evaluate before taking action. Developing this habit of thoughtful thinking can greatly improve your smartness and help you make better choices in life. Many people allow their emotions to control their decisions instead of using logic and careful thinking. This is not true smartness, it is impulsiveness. Real intelligence begins with controlled and balanced thinking. The first step is to slow down your thoughts. When something unexpected happens, do not react immediately. Take a short pause and give yourself time to think. Ask yourself simple but powerful questions: what is really happening? What is the best response in this situation? What could be the consequences of my action? This small pause may seem unimportant, but it can prevent serious mistakes. Smart people understand that quick reactions often lead to regret, while calm responses lead to better results. Another important habit is learning to see different perspectives. Many people believe that their opinion is always correct. However, intelligent individuals know that every situation has more than one side. When you listen carefully to other people's views, your understanding becomes wider and deeper. Do not argue just to prove that you are right. Instead, listen with the goal of understanding. When you truly understand others, your thinking becomes more flexible and mature. This flexibility is a sign of intelligence. Critical thinking is also a powerful skill. Critical thinking means you do not accept every piece of information immediately. When you hear news or advice, ask yourself, is this really true? What is the source? Is there evidence or proof? What facts support this claim? By asking these questions, you protect your mind from false information and confusion. You develop stronger judgment and clearer reasoning. In today's world, where information spreads very quickly, critical thinking is more important than ever. Smart people also connect ideas from different areas of knowledge. For example, history teaches us about patterns and repeated events. Psychology helps us understand human behavior and emotions. Business teaches planning and strategy. When you connect ideas from these different fields, your thinking becomes more powerful. You start to see patterns in situations. Recognizing patterns gives you insight, and insight helps you make better decisions. This ability to connect knowledge makes your mind sharper and more creative. Problem solving is another key skill of intelligent people. When a problem appears, do not waste time complaining. Instead, focus on solutions. Ask yourself, what can I control in this situation? What practical step can I take right now? Every challenge is an opportunity to train your brain. Difficult situations push you to think more deeply and act more wisely. It is also important to manage negative thinking. Negative thoughts can cloud your judgment and reduce your confidence. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on solutions instead of fear. Emotional stability is a powerful strength. When you are angry or stressed, your thinking becomes weak and unclear. When you are calm, your mind becomes sharp and focused. Smart people practice emotional control. They do not allow temporary emotions to control permanent decisions. Reflection is another simple but powerful habit. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review your actions. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? What mistake did I make? How can I improve tomorrow? This daily reflection increases self-awareness, and awareness increases intelligence. In addition, reduce mental noise. Too many distractions make deep thinking difficult. Spend some quiet time every day without your phone, without social media, and without unnecessary noise. Silence helps you think clearly. Always remember that smartness is not about speaking more, it is about thinking better. Think before you speak, analyze before you decide, and understand before you judge. Your level of thinking will determine your level of success. If you improve your thinking every day, you will slowly become calmer, sharper, and wiser. Now let us move to Lesson 3, Improving your communication skills. If you want to become truly smart, you must learn how to express your thoughts clearly. Intelligence should not remain only inside your mind, it must be communicated effectively. If you have excellent ideas but cannot explain them properly, people may not recognize your intelligence. Communication is a powerful tool. The way you speak, the way you listen, and the way you explain ideas all reflect your level of understanding. First, practice speaking clearly and confidently. Do not speak too fast, and do not speak unnecessarily. Use simple and easy words. Truly smart people do not use difficult vocabulary to impress others. They use simple language so that everyone can understand them. Clarity is a sign of intelligence, while confusion often shows a lack of preparation. Second, develop the habit of careful listening. Many people listen only because they want to reply quickly. Smart people listen to understand the full message. When someone is speaking, do not interrupt. Pay full attention to their words, tone, and emotions. Good listening helps you gain new knowledge and understand different perspectives. It also builds respect and trust. People feel valued when they are heard. Trust increases your influence and strengthens your relationships. Another important communication skill is asking meaningful questions. Intelligent questions show deep thinking. Instead of asking random or surface-level questions, ask thoughtful ones such as, what is the main reason behind this situation? What could be the long-term effect? What improvements can be made? Good questions open the door to deeper understanding and new opportunities. When you ask the right questions, you not only learn more but also help others think more clearly. Curiosity is one of the strongest signs of intelligence because it pushes you to explore, question, and learn more about the world. When you stay curious, your mind remains active and open. Along with curiosity, you should also improve your body language. The way you stand, move, and look at others sends a strong message. Stand straight, maintain comfortable eye contact, and speak with confidence. Good body language makes your communication more powerful. If you speak with fear or hesitation, even your best ideas may lose their impact. Confidence does not appear suddenly, it is built through regular practice. Speak every day. Practice explaining your thoughts clearly. Read aloud to improve your fluency. Take part in discussions whenever possible. The more you practice, the better your communication becomes. Another important habit is organizing your thoughts before you speak. Do not speak randomly without direction. First, think carefully about what you want to say. Arrange your ideas in a logical order. Begin with your main point, then explain it step by step. A clear structure makes your communication sound intelligent and professional. Avoid talking unnecessarily. Smart people do not speak just to fill silence. They choose their words carefully. They stay away from gossip and useless arguments. Sometimes silence itself is a sign of wisdom. Knowing when to speak and when to remain quiet shows maturity. Communication is not limited to speaking, it also includes writing. Practice writing your thoughts daily, even if it is only a short paragraph. Try writing summaries of what you read or learned during the day. Writing helps you organize your ideas and improves clarity. When your thoughts are clear, your intelligence becomes visible. It is also important to control your emotions while communicating. Do not speak when you are angry or upset. Emotional arguments often damage relationships and reduce respect. Calm and balanced communication shows maturity, and maturity reflects smartness. Always remember that communication is not about speaking loudly, it is about adding value. If your words bring value to a conversation, people will see you as intelligent. If your words create confusion, people may lose interest. When smart thinking combines with smart communication, real intelligence becomes visible to everyone around you. Lesson 4 is about surrounding yourself with smart people. If you truly want to grow, you cannot do it completely alone. Your environment plays a powerful role in shaping your mindset. The people around you influence your thoughts, habits, goals, and confidence. If you spend most of your time with people who constantly complain, you may slowly develop a negative mindset. If you stay around people who waste time, you may also lose focus. But when you surround yourself with ambitious and thoughtful individuals, your standards automatically rise. You begin to think more deeply, speak more wisely, and act more responsibly. This happens because energy spreads, mindset spreads, and habits spread. When you spend time with people who read books, you feel encouraged to read. When you are around people who discuss ideas and meaningful topics, you begin to think at a higher level. When you are around hard-working individuals, you feel uncomfortable being lazy. This discomfort is actually helpful because it pushes you toward improvement. Another benefit of surrounding yourself with smart people is that you learn by observing them. You notice how they solve problems, how they remain calm under pressure, and how they make thoughtful decisions. Observation is a silent but powerful teacher. You do not need to copy them, but you can learn valuable lessons from their behavior. Choose friends who challenge you instead of those who always agree with you. Intelligent friends ask questions and help you recognize your mistakes. They encourage growth instead of comfort. Real growth rarely happens inside a comfort zone, it happens when you are challenged. At the same time, protect yourself from toxic environments. Avoid constant negativity, gossip, and people who make fun of self-improvement. Sometimes, people criticize growth because they are afraid of change. Protect your mind carefully because it absorbs the energy of your surroundings. Even if you cannot fully change your physical environment, you can control your digital environment. Follow educational content, listen to thoughtful podcasts, watch meaningful discussions, and read valuable books. Online platforms can also become a positive circle if you use them wisely. Another helpful step is finding mentors. Mentors guide you, share their experiences, and help you avoid common mistakes. You may not always meet a mentor in person, but books, courses, and educational videos can serve as mentors. Always remember that you slowly become like the people you spend time with. If you want to become smarter, raise the level of your circle. Growth sometimes requires leaving behind certain environments. Intelligence grows faster in the right atmosphere. When your mind is surrounded by higher thinking, it expands, and when your mind expands, your life expands. Lesson 5 focuses on developing emotional intelligence. If you want to become truly smart, you must learn to control and understand your emotions. Many people believe intelligence is only about knowledge and information. However, knowledge without emotional control can create problems. Real intelligence includes emotional awareness and balance. Emotional intelligence means recognizing your feelings and managing them wisely. It also means understanding the emotions of others. A person who becomes angry over small issues does not show strength. A person who loses control during pressure does not show maturity. But a person who remains calm in difficult situations demonstrates real intelligence. The first step is understanding your own emotions. When you feel angry, sad, or stressed, ask yourself why. What is the real reason behind this feeling? When you identify the cause, you gain control. When you ignore the cause, the emotion controls you. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. Once you understand your emotions, you can respond wisely instead of reacting impulsively. And when you respond with calmness and clarity, you show true smartness. Self-awareness is a powerful quality because it allows you to pause and think before reacting. When you understand your own emotions, you gain control over your behavior. The second step is practicing emotional control. When you feel angry or upset, do not speak immediately. Take a deep breath and give yourself time to calm down. Many conflicts and broken relationships happen because people speak while they are angry. Intelligent people understand the value of silence during emotional moments. Silence can protect relationships and maintain your reputation. It gives you time to respond wisely instead of reacting emotionally. Another essential skill is empathy. Empathy means trying to understand how other people feel. Before judging someone, ask yourself what they might be experiencing. Perhaps they are stressed, tired, or facing personal difficulties. When you try to understand others instead of judging them quickly, you become wiser and more compassionate. Empathy improves communication and strengthens leadership skills. It also builds respect because people appreciate being understood. Emotional intelligence plays an important role in decision-making. When your emotions are unstable, your decisions are often poor. However, when your mind is calm, your decisions become thoughtful and balanced. For example, if you invest money while feeling overly excited, you might take unnecessary risks. If you make a decision while feeling angry, you may regret it later. Calm thinking usually leads to better results. Another helpful habit is not taking everything personally. Not every comment is meant to hurt you, and not every situation is about you. Smart individuals separate emotions from facts. They analyze situations logically and do not allow small issues to disturb their peace. Handling criticism well is another sign of emotional intelligence. Instead of feeling attacked, ask yourself whether there is something you can improve. If the criticism is valid, use it as an opportunity to grow. If it is not valid, ignore it calmly. Criticism can become a valuable teacher if you are emotionally strong enough to learn from it. Managing stress is equally important. Stress reduces clarity and weakens judgment. Practice simple habits such as deep breathing, taking short walks, sleeping properly, and maintaining positive thinking. When you manage stress effectively, your mind remains sharper and more focused. Always remember that a high IQ without emotional control can damage success. In contrast, emotional intelligence builds long-term respect and trust. People feel comfortable around emotionally balanced individuals. Strong leaders remain calm during pressure. If you want to become smarter, train your emotions, control your reactions, understand others, and think carefully before speaking. When your emotions are stable, your mind becomes more powerful, and a powerful mind makes wiser decisions. Now let us move to Lesson 6, Improving your decision-making skills. If you want to become truly smart, you must learn how to make good decisions. Your current life is largely the result of your past choices, and your future will depend on the decisions you make today. Smart people are not simply lucky, they consistently make better choices. Decision-making is a skill, and like any skill, it can be improved with practice and awareness. Many people make decisions based only on emotions. If they feel excited, they quickly say yes. If they feel angry, they react without thinking. If they feel afraid, they give up. However, intelligent individuals do not allow temporary emotions to control important decisions. They pause, think carefully, and analyze the situation. The first rule of smart decision-making is gathering information. Never decide without understanding the facts. If you are choosing a career, research it thoroughly. If you plan to invest money, study the risks and benefits. If you are considering a major life change, learn as much as possible about it. Accurate information reduces mistakes. The second rule is thinking about the long-term impact. Ask yourself how this decision will affect your life in 1 year, 5 years, or even 10 years. Short-term pleasure can sometimes create long-term problems. Intelligent people are willing to sacrifice small comforts today for greater benefits in the future. The third rule is considering consequences. Every decision has results, both positive and negative. Before making a choice, ask yourself what the worst possible outcome could be and whether you are prepared to handle it. This habit protects you from careless decisions. Learning from past mistakes is also essential. Everyone makes errors, but not everyone learns from them. Smart individuals reflect on their mistakes and ask what went wrong and how they can improve next time. Mistakes become lessons, and lessons become experience. Experience gradually builds wisdom. At the same time, avoid overthinking. Some people analyze situations so much that they delay decisions unnecessarily. Endless thinking can waste time and create stress. Instead, gather enough information, think calmly, and then decide with confidence. No decision will ever be perfect, but delaying too long can also create problems. Confidence improves with practice. Even small daily decisions help train your brain, such as choosing priorities, managing time, and responding calmly in difficult situations. Another valuable habit is seeking advice from wise and experienced people. You do not have to make every decision alone. Listening to experienced individuals can provide new perspectives and reduce mistakes. However, remember that the final responsibility is always yours. Taking responsibility for your choices is a sign of intelligence. Smart people do not blame others for the outcomes of their decisions, they accept the results and learn from them. Smart people understand that mistakes and failures are part of life. They adjust, they learn, and they move forward. They do not stay stuck in regret. Always remember this clearly: life is a series of decisions. If you improve the quality of your decisions, you improve the quality of your life. When you think calmly and act wisely, your results begin to change. Continuous learning helps you make better choices, and better choices create better outcomes. Over time, smart decisions build a smart and successful life. Lesson 7 is about staying curious and never stopping learning. If you truly want to become intelligent, you must develop a lifelong love for learning. The moment you say, "I know enough," your growth stops. Smart people remain curious no matter how successful they become. They always want to understand more. They ask questions, explore new ideas, and search for deeper meaning. Curiosity is the fuel of intelligence. When you are curious, your brain stays active. You observe more carefully, listen more deeply, and think more clearly. But when curiosity disappears, the mind becomes lazy. You stop questioning, stop improving, and begin accepting things without analysis. This weakens your intelligence. To grow smarter, build the habit of learning every single day. It does not have to be something big or complicated. Even 20 minutes of focused learning daily can slowly transform your mindset. Read useful books, watch educational videos, listen to thoughtful podcasts, learn a new skill, or explore a new subject. When you learn from different areas, your thinking becomes flexible. Flexible thinking leads to creative ideas, and creativity is a strong sign of intelligence. Another powerful habit is asking better questions. Instead of asking only what happened, ask why it happened. Ask what lesson you can learn from it and how you can improve next time. Questions open the door to knowledge and deeper understanding. One common quality among intelligent people is that they are not ashamed to say, "I don't know." They search for answers instead of pretending to know everything. Ego blocks learning, but humility opens the mind. When you accept that you can improve, you grow faster. Learning also increases confidence. The more you know, the more clearly you can speak and decide. However, remember that learning is not limited to books. Life itself is a powerful teacher. Observe successful individuals. Observe mistakes, both yours and others. Notice patterns in behavior and results. Real-life observation strengthens practical intelligence. Most importantly, apply what you learn. Knowledge without action has little value. If you read about discipline but never practice it, you remain the same. If you study communication skills but never speak confidently, you do not improve. Action transforms information into intelligence. Step outside your comfort zone. Try new experiences, meet new people, and explore different ideas. New experiences expand your thinking, and expanded thinking leads to smarter decisions. The world is changing quickly. If you stop learning, you fall behind. But if you remain curious, you stay ahead. Smartness is not a final destination, it is a journey and a daily commitment to growth. The more you learn, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Lesson 8 focuses on building smart habits and a smart identity. If you truly want to become intelligent, you must change more than just what you know, you must change who you are. Smartness is not something you turn on for a single day. It is something you gradually become through consistent daily habits. Your habits shape your identity shapes your actions, and your actions shape your future. If your daily habits are weak, your thinking will also become weak. But if your habits are strong and purposeful, your intelligence will grow naturally. For example, if you read every day, you become a reader. If you think deeply every day, you become thoughtful. If you reflect regularly, you become wiser. Small actions may seem unimportant at first, but when repeated daily, they create powerful results over time. Many people try to become smart by watching motivational content, yet they do not change their daily routine. Without changing habits, real growth is impossible. To build a smart identity, create smart daily routines. Wake up with purpose. Plan your day carefully. Limit distractions. Learn something new. Think before speaking. Reflect at night about your progress. These simple habits slowly transform your mind. Discipline is another key factor. If you only learn when you feel motivated, your improvement will not last. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline creates consistency. When you continue learning and improving even on days when you feel lazy, you build mastery. Mastery strengthens intelligence. It is also important to remove habits that damage your mind. Too much social media, constant gossip, and continuous negativity weaken your thinking. Replace these with meaningful conversations, educational content, and productive activities. Your environment influences your habits, and your habits shape your identity. Finally, remember that smart people take responsibility for their lives. They do not blame others or blame luck for every failure. Instead, they ask themselves what they can improve and what they can do better next time. Taking responsibility builds strong character, and strong character supports intelligence. Identity is built through repetition. When you repeatedly act wisely, you become wise. When you repeatedly choose growth, you become stronger and smarter. It does not happen overnight, but daily effort slowly transforms you into a more intelligent and capable person. Always remember this clearly: you do not become smart simply by wishing or hoping for it. Intelligence does not grow because you desire it, it grows because you practice it. You become smart by building and repeating smart habits every single day. Train your brain regularly. Improve the way you think. Communicate your ideas clearly and confidently. Surround yourself with people and environments that encourage growth. Control your emotions instead of letting them control you. Make thoughtful and wise decisions. Stay curious and continue learning. When you repeat these actions daily, smartness slowly becomes part of your personality. True intelligence is not about showing off or trying to impress others. It is not about speaking loudly or proving that you are better than someone else. Smartness is about living wisely. It is about thinking clearly before acting. It is about making better choices that improve your future. When you build a smart identity through discipline and consistency, many positive changes begin to happen. Your confidence increases because you trust your thinking. Your opportunities increase because you are prepared and capable. Your respect increases because people see maturity and clarity in your behavior. Gradually, your entire life improves. Becoming smart starts with a decision. You must decide that you want to grow. But staying smart requires habit. It requires daily effort. Protect your mindset from negativity and distraction. Improve yourself little by little each day. Over time, you will not just appear smart, you will truly become smart. Intelligence is not luck, and it is not something only special people have. It is built daily through your habits, your thoughts, and your decisions. You do not need to be born extraordinary. You simply need to train your mind consistently. Read every day, even if only for a short time. Think deeply about situations instead of reacting quickly. Control your emotions in difficult moments. Make wise choices, even when they are hard. When your thinking improves, your life naturally improves as well. If this lesson helped you understand how to become smarter every day, support the channel by liking this video and subscribing for more practical and powerful lessons that help you grow. Remember, smart habits create a smart future. Do not wait for the perfect time. Start today, and let your daily actions build the intelligent and successful life you want.